They told you to be realistic, to play it safe, to dream within reason. But what they never told you is that reason is often the cage that kills greatness before it's even born. The truth is, the world doesn't bend for the cautious. It opens its arms to the bold, to the ones who dare to see beyond what is and envision what could be. So if you feel like your dreams are too big, too outrageous, too impossible, good. Because that means you're exactly where transformation begins. You weren't put on this earth to shrink. You weren't born to blend in. You were created to ignite. Somewhere inside of you is a fire that's been waiting not for permission, not for the right time, but for a decision to believe, a decision to break free from everything you've been told you're not and step into everything you were meant to become. But it all starts in the invisible. Your mind is the architect. Your thoughts are the bricks. Your beliefs, the blueprint. Everything you build in this world, the victories, the breakthroughs, the life you crave, begins with the inner world no one can see. And yet, that's where most people lose the battle before they even step foot on the field. Because they carry within them a voice that whispers, "Who do you think you are?" Let me tell you exactly who you are. You are possibility wrapped in skin. You are potential in motion. You are the living answer to someone else's prayer if only you'd believe it. Every thought you choose is a vote for the future you will live. And if you want to build a future bigger than your past, you must protect your mind like sacred ground. You must declare war on doubt. You must evict fear like a trespasser in your home. And then when you begin to believe something magical happens, clarity shows up. Like fog lifting from a mountain peak, you start to see what was always there, just hidden beneath hesitation. The vague becomes visible. The confusion clears. You no longer chase 10 things, you commit to one. Because clarity is the soil where vision grows. You stop asking for signs and start being the signal. Your vision isn't just a fantasy, it's your calling. And when it grabs you, it doesn't let go. It wakes you in the middle of the night. It whispers through the noise. It drives you even when there's no applause, no audience, no confirmation. But don't confuse vision with fantasy. Vision is not daydreaming. Vision is direction. It's rooted in purpose. And purpose, that's what separates motion from meaning. Purpose is why you rise when others quit. Purpose is why you endure what others escape. Purpose is why your soul stays lit when the lights go out. It is not enough to make money. It is not enough to chase fame. Purpose is the heartbeat behind every lasting legacy. Because when your reason is deep enough, no mountain is too high, no storm too violent. But reason without discipline is just a wish. Dreams without discipline are nothing but dust. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Discipline is the bridge between thought and reality. It's what keeps you moving when motivation dies. It's waking up early when the bed feels like heaven. It's showing up every day even when the results don't. People talk about talent. They talk about luck. But discipline? That's the real edge. Because while others wait to feel like it, the disciplined do it anyway. And what follows discipline? Action. Bold, decisive, consistent action. You don't become great by planning every detail. You become great by taking the first step with shaking hands and a racing heart. You become great by walking into the unknown and saying, "Let's find out." Dreaming big isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to start before you do. Because life rewards the movers, not the perfect. And when you move, even when it's messy, you create momentum. And momentum beats perfection every time. But even as you move forward, don't forget to look back, not to dwell, but to give thanks. Gratitude is not just a virtue, it's fuel. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's possible. It silences the noise of comparison. It anchors you in the truth that you're already standing on blessings others are still praying for. You don't need to have it all to begin. You need to see what you already have and build from there. Gratitude turns enough into abundance. It multiplies your strength. It opens doors humility can walk through. But the journey is never straight. There will be days when the path vanishes, when plans fall apart, when the world changes overnight. That's where adaptability enters. Because those who survive are not always the strongest, but the most flexible. Change is not the enemy, resistance is. When you cling to how it should be, you miss the beauty of how it could be. Life will test you. It will stretch you. But those tests, they're not roadblocks. They're refining fires. They forge your character. They reveal your essence. They strip away everything fake and force you to show up real, raw, ready. And when it feels like you can't go on, that's when resilience is born. Resilience is the quiet defiance in your spirit that says, "Not today, I'm not done." It's falling 7 times and rising 8. It's looking at your scars and calling them lessons. It's understanding that every setback carries within it the seed of a stronger comeback. You don't build resilience when life is easy. You build it in the trenches when the odds are stacked and quitting would be understandable, but you rise anyway. You rise with new strength, new wisdom, and you carry that forward not just for you, but for every person watching, silently praying for someone to show them it's possible. And that's where the greatest power lies, not in having the dream, but in becoming the person worthy of it. And that person, they never stop learning. Learning isn't something you finish, it's something you live. Every conversation becomes a classroom. Every mistake becomes a masterclass. Every failure becomes fertile ground for something greater. You were never meant to have it all figured out. You were meant to grow, to evolve, to expand. Because dreaming big doesn't end when you achieve something, it ends when you stop becoming someone. And that's the difference. Some people chase outcomes, others chase elevation. Elevation of mind, of heart, of soul. The dream is not just a destination, it's a transformation. And when you embrace that, when you live it, when you walk it daily, your life becomes a message. A message to every person who was told to stay small. A message to every soul who thought they were too late, too broken, too behind. You become proof that dreaming big isn't a fantasy, it's a choice. And that choice, it's yours, right now. So don't wait. Don't ask if you're ready. Don't ask if you're worthy. Don't ask if the world will accept it. Just begin. Begin with trembling hands. Begin with doubt in your chest and fire in your eyes. Begin while the world is still asleep. And keep going through the noise, through the failure, through the silence. Because one day, someone will look at you and say, "They made it. They did what I didn't think was possible." And you'll smile. Because you'll know you didn't just dream big, you lived big. And that's the only dream that ever mattered.